Um, okay, so, and you can come up with questions as they come up, just chat at me and I'll address them as they come up. So we have this crazy story, and I think I might have alluded to it last conference call, was, so we got this gal, Anne-Marie Brax out of Hawaii. She's an agent that's just kicking butt. And so she called the TLP lead in California, and it wasn't the person on the lead, she put the phone number of a friend of hers. Yeah, I did talk about this. So she talked to this woman, they hit it off awesomely. And apparently she's a realtor to the stars. Like she's like Tom Hanks is one of her clients. So we're talking, she's in that Hollywood crowd of wealthy people. And so she's just got plenty of money. She's 65 and she's got like a $20 million IUL on herself. And she's getting a $1.4 million commission check because she sold 2 homes, right? Think about what the commission rate is for a real estate agent. You can imagine how much those homes were. And it's almost like she doesn't really even need the money. It's like she just does it for fun almost. So Anne-Marie isn't like she's used to doing, final expense and mortgage protection, but she's not too keen on the IULs and what to do with, wealth planning for people. So, so Patrick asked me if I can come up with some suggested solutions. And so I'm going to, let me give you the parameters, and I'm going to just show you how I go about coming up with solutions. So some of this is sort of, we're kind of guessing a little bit of what the client wants. I mean, can you imagine the wrong person and she's wanting to do this? I mean, this is legit too, man. This is pretty cool. Anne-Marie's in Hawaii, this woman's in California. But they hit it off, man. They just hit it off. So this woman's name is Marie. Okay, she's getting basically a $1.4 million commission check. So she wants to do something like that. She wants to protect it. Okay, and then she has a stepson. He's 57 years old. Okay, and as far as we can tell from what Anne-Marie is describing, she wants him to have $2 million by age 65. Now, we're not sure if it's $2 million in cash value or if it's $2 million lifetime income. So I'm going to do both. I'm going to figure out cash value of $2 million at 65, and then lifetime tax-free retirement of $2 million, starting at age 65 to 90. Okay, so those are, yeah, I haven't run illustrations yet. This is what I'm gonna look. So he's got what? Not a lot of time, right? Not a lot of time. So you can imagine how much money she's gonna have to fund this Index Universal Life on her stepson. Then she has she has a step grandson. This is one of those stepmothers that you just like love. You don't find these stepmothers in fairy tales. You know what I'm saying? They're usually the evil stepmother. Well, this is a benevolent stepmother, you know. Yeah, that's interesting, Fernando. We'll have to talk about that. We'll have to talk about that one. So the grandson is 27, and her desire is to have $250,000 for him at age 40. So this one's a little bit more straightforward. And so we're assuming that she just wants cash value in this IUL. We're thinking IULs, okay? So this is kind of what, you know, we have to work with. And so because I'm more familiar with F&G Life, let's go ahead and run that. So again, more fun with IULs. I mean, I think you guys really got to get good at learning the IUL product because it's so awesome. You know what I mean? Like, it empowers you. It'll totally empower you that you can do financial advising, like literally with people. And, you know, the popular name is 7702, which is the tax code. And they've allowed these programs, you can put more money into it now. Whereas before, I think last year you could not. And it's become even more valuable a program. So let's just kind of show you, let's figure this out on F&G Life. So this is really kind of what I do to come up with scenarios, you know, and I like I said, fun with IULs, man. IULs are just a lot of fun. And once you start getting practiced in running illustrations, it really just, it makes you feel like Batman with your utility belt, right? Or Catwoman with her utility belt. Okay. Okay, so again, I could download the software, but I always like to do it on the website just because I know it's up to date. I don't got to mess around with, you know, my computer running the software. It runs very well online, okay? So let's start a new case. So new client, age 57, right? Well, let's do the grandson. So age 27, male. Like just TFR. They're in California. Okay, index universal life, find available products. So I'm not too familiar with ExecDex. I think this is more, well, I'm not going to speculate. PathSetter is our cash value product. Everlast is death benefit product. Okay, so, oh wow, okay. So let's pick PathSetter for the 27-year-old. So I know there's probably an easier way to do it, but I always like to just, you know, just kind of throw numbers in there and let's see what happens. So we're going to solve for max accumulation. So what does max accumulation do? Well, what it does is it shows, it allows us to put the least amount of death benefit and the most amount of money into a IUL so you can max accumulation out. Okay. I guess I just, okay. So let's assume age 40. So pay premium to age 40. So let's, this, you know, step grandmother, she's going to pay, and we're going to solve for face value. Or let's solve for premium. Okay, let's solve for premium. What is it going to cost? Okay, and let's start off, because we only have, what, 13 years? So I'm going to start with just death benefit. I'm going to say $1 million death benefit. Max accumulation at $1 million, is it going to get us to 250,000 by age 40? So let's calculate results. So cash value is 200,000. Okay, so let's bump up the death benefit. So we want 250. So it's as simple as just bumping up the death benefit because it allows us to put more. So let's do, say 1.2 million because we just need another 50,000, right? So let's do 1.2 million and see what happens. $241. So we're getting closer, right? So that's 15,000 a year. So let's bump it up a little bit more. I know there's probably a fancy way to do this on the software. Like you can put the target cash value at a certain, but let's just inch it up some more, 1.3 million. Okay, so 261,000. Okay, I'm gonna nerd out on you. Okay, let's do 1.25. Yeah, let's just get it closer to what the client wants. Okay, 251,000, it's almost 16,000 a year, right? Okay, so let's take a look at it. So 1.25 million, by the time he's 40, he has 251,000 in tax-free retirement opportunities. And you can see she stops making premiums, but the income will grow. So by the time he's 65, look, it's got 1.5 million in cash value. Is that crazy? Like if you show this to grandma, she'll go, step-grandma, she'll go, whoa, that is cool. And I say, grandma, you rock. Because you set him up for 1.5 million in tax-free retirement. He'll be eternally grateful to you, tax-free, right? I mean, what grandmother would get fired up over that? So let's take a look at the full-blown illustration. You see how simple that was? It's just kind of playing with the death benefit until we get the desired outcome, right? Check this out. Psalm 37:16-17. Better the little that the righteous have than the wealth of many wicked, for the power of the wicked will be broken, but the Lord upholds the righteous. Yeah, that's so cool. All right, so let's check this out. Hold on. I got to remember that I got to share the illustration, right? So let's blow it up some more. Let's take a look at how it illustrates, which is very cool. So you can see basically 16,000 a year for 13 years. By the time he's 40, he's got 253,000, right? And then if you just keep it running, by the time he's 65, he's got 1.5 million, right? So for 207,932, $1.5 million. To me, that rocks. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at what the agent will get paid by writing this. So let's look at the target premium. So she gets paid the greater of the target premium or the actual premium, whichever is greater. By the way, this has living benefits too, right? So it's got the chronic and so target premium, 7,650. Okay, so there, 7,650. I think this is 87% at 100 times 0.87. So Anne-Marie will make $6,655. Okay, that's not bad, is it? For one policy? Okay, so let's just write that down. So that's just on the grandson, step-grandson. So let's go back. Okay, so we got the step-grandson taken care of. So let's go to, go back and show how you started the quote. Okay, well, I just went to the website. Okay, so we went to the Alliance page for carriers to F&G Life, and then visit the agent site, which then opens this up. And then you got to log in up here, Financial Insurance Professional, and then put your password, ID and password. Then it gets you into the website, and then you go under Sales Tools, Illustrations. Then the website illustrator. Okay. Then you go to Start New Case. So let's do the 57-year-old. What can we do for the 57-year-old? So this guy's 57. So I'm really going to do really the same thing, except now this guy's older. She's going to put more money into it, obviously. And her desire is, okay, we're interpreting it both ways. To have $2 million cash value by 65, or have a lifetime income totaling $2 million. Okay, so there are two different ways to do this. So let's calculate, let's go through it. Next Universal Life. Again, this is going to be path setter because we want the cash value growth on it, right? Now these are a lot of fun. Let me tell you, when you master this, like I've not, in fact, I'm glad I'm showing it the dumb way, because the dumb way shows you how easy it is, instead of showing you all the fancy parameters that you can do so that it gets you to the quote right away. I'm doing the dumb way to do it, okay? So again, just to make it easy for you, all right? Okay, age 57. So we're gonna, again, we're gonna go max accumulation, because our objective is to get 2 million by age 65, right? So, I mean, underwriting class, we're just gonna do non-tobacco. I don't show, even if he's preferred health, I'm gonna show standard rating, because it's always gonna be better than showing a preferred rating that he doesn't get, right? So we're gonna go max accumulation. So it's gonna come up with, we're gonna wanna know, yeah, the premium. We're gonna do like we did before, but we're gonna pay it through age 65, right? So now it's just face value, right? It's like how much face value to get us to that objective at age 65. So let's start out at 2 million. Let's say 2.5 million. Because like 13 years, she's gonna have to put some money in it, man. So that means that the face value has to be up there. It could even be 10 million or 5 million, but let's just try 2.5. Like I said, the dumb way of doing it, okay? This is not trying to make this hard for you. This is not for you sophisticated software experts on IULs. This is for the agent. Okay, this is the agent who needs to figure this out. Okay, so 2.5 death benefit, she's got to put almost 150,000 to get 1.1 million. Okay, so what does that say? Well, 2.5 million, maybe it's 5 million. So maybe we need 5 million death benefit, right? So let's change this to 5 million and see what happens. Like, am I doing this slow enough for you guys? Like, do you see how simple this is? Calc results. Okay, it's a little bit over 2.2 million. So let's get it down. You know, look, 300 grand a year. That's not bad for someone like her, right? So let's go for, let's go 4,500,000. See, we're inching our way towards the solution. There you go, man. Look at that. 4.5 million. So 2,036,000. So we get what she wanted was 2 million in cash, what we think she wanted. So we're doing it, we're going to do it the other way, but that's 269,792 per year, right? For 13 or 8 years. Wow, 8 years. Okay. Yeah, 13 years was the the grandson. Okay, so we got this way of doing it. So now we know the solution. Okay, so let's see what, let's take a look at the illustration. Now, of course, this is the way we would prefer her to do. You know, it's up to what she wants, but we're going to show her both probably. And I get my 5% on it, so I don't mind a bit. Gotta love the glow bonus, right? The glow is where it's at, brother, sister. Okay, so there you go, 269,792. So a total of 2 million put into it. And by the time 65 has got 2 million, tax-free, right? Well, actually, she could just give him 2 million. No, he'd have a taxable event. But you've also got 4.5 million. See what you have, see how much this money can work for this guy, because it's not just giving someone 2 million that he's going to pay taxes on. It's providing him a life insurance policy that will provide the chronic illness rider, the critical illness rider, terminal illness rider. It will also give him 4.5 million a death benefit, and then all this cash, you know, 2 million of cash that grows over time. So look, by the time he's 77, he could have 4.6 million in there that he could take out for $2 million of, it's just crazy. So let's see what Anne-Marie would get paid. Okay, so target premiums, 145,575. So she makes 126,650. Imagine that showing up in your ARC. That happened to Vinod earlier this year. He had 100,000, 125,000 show up in his account for doing that large case IUL on his brother. Would that change your situation? I'm telling you what, we've got platforms where you will be able to do this kind of stuff every month on clients. Again, if you're doing what we're teaching and getting involved in the stuff we're getting involved in, seriously. I mean, I could really foresee someone doing one of these a month. Seriously. That's why you have to get good at this, gang. You have to get good at this because you're going to run into people out there based on the platform we're using. Okay, so let's do it the other way. Oh, hold on. I forgot to share it. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the 269,792, total of 2.158 million. And you can see at age 65, he's got 2.1 million in cash value, 4.5 million in death benefit. And then age 77, it's it's blown up to 4.7 million, basically 4.688 million. Is that cool or what? That to me is so cool. You know, if he, look, I mean, it'd be worth it for him to throw some money in this, funnel all his 401k investment into this. I mean, it would be worth it. Actually, it'd be smarter for him to do it on his mom, stepmom, write her an IUL policy that he's contributing to, because she's going to die sooner, right? And he's going to get instant estate on her life. And we might just show that option too. So then the target premium that she would get paid, 145,575. Is that cool? I think that rocks. Okay. So obviously we hope that this is the option that she's going to choose. But if that's not, we're going to show her we're going to show her other options, right? So we're not going to be, you know. Okay, so now let's try to figure out if we can do 2 million over the lifetime. So it's probably going to be a lower death benefit. So let's do this. Let's change the solve for to max accumulation and income. So let's start playing with the parameters that they give us here. So we want to know what the premium is. We're going to pay the premium to 65. Okay. Let's start this is weird. You got to go back a year earlier to start receiving the money at 65. So we've got to go start age 64. It's just a quirk. I don't know why it works like this. Okay. So cool. Okay. And let's start with 2 million. And see if that gets us what we're looking for as far as the cash flow of the total being 2 million lifetime income tax-free, okay? So you guys can see this, right? The calculate results. I was assuming that you've been seeing this, but so 74,988 for, so how much is that? That might get us there because that's, well, that might be under. Say 2 million divided by 26 years to. So we need to be about 76,000. So this doesn't quite get us there. So let's add some more death benefit. That's how simple this is. So let's go. Let's go 2.2 million. Face value, calculate results. So our target is 76,900, 77,000 basically. Oh, that's over. We busted it. Again, let's go down to 2.1 million. See, I want her to upsell me. She might just round off the premium to the next higher amount, which would give more. Because maybe she's one of those kind of people. It's like, yeah, I don't want to have to worry about all these little dollars and stuff. Let's just round it up to, you know, 130,000, she might say. 78, okay, that's close enough. 2.1 million in death benefit. So let's take a look at the illustration and get a feel for what it looks like illustration-wise. So let's share.
Hey, Alex, while you're pulling that up, in order to do these, besides being contracted with the companies, do we have to do some 4-hour annuity training class?
No, because it's not annuity. You do have to do the 4-hour annuity in most states now because they have that extra to sell annuities, but you don't need to for
IUL.
IUL. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
But I would recommend, like, if you guys are coming up on your CE, highly recommend anything you can do on annuities and IULs for CE. Highly recommend that. Okay.
Right. That's why I'm asking too. So
Yeah,
thanks.
absolutely. So this is really cool. So she's put $1 million into this, 126 for 8 years, 126,000. And he starts taking money at 65. So let's go down to, okay, so is he going to outlive age 90? I don't think so. Most people, I mean, it's a very low percentage that do, like 3%, you know. But check this out. So she put $1 million. He's going to get benefit of $2 million. Is that a great ROI? Like if he does live through age 90, but then he's got the death benefit too. And it's tax-free, by the way. Imagine getting another like 78,000 tax-free, multiply that by 1.3%, and that'll tell you what that's equivalent to taxable income, right? Assuming that he's at a 30% tax bracket. He's probably going to be higher because taxes are going to be more later. Okay, so again, so this rocks. This really rocks. And plus he gets all the, the critical illness, chronic illness, and terminal illness benefits. So let's see what Anne-Marie would get paid. Target premium. So the target premium is $67,935. So you notice the target premium is lower than what she's putting in because she's putting in like 100 and whatever, but you get paid on target premium and you get paid like a percentage on the overage. Okay, I'm not calculating that. Plus you get the renewals, right? You get the renewals of every year she puts that money in, which are not insignificant when you look at how much she's putting in. You get that, 1 point something percent renewals or 2 point whatever it is for this product. So if the target premium is $67,935 times, so 59,000. Okay. It'd be nice if it was 126,000, but 59,000, that'll buy some groceries, right? That'll buy you some leads. That might buy you a car, after you take taxes. So, okay, so we took care of what she was caring about, which was her son and stepson. So let's look at protecting the 1.4 million. Let's see what we can do with Marie on that, right? So let's do a new illustration for Marie. She's 65. I don't know how this is going to work because we're going to MEC a policy. It's like if she had this, let's say if she dumped $1 million to MEC a policy, let's see if she can get to the same objective of giving her stepson 2.5, like $2 million, and her grandson 250,000 when she dies. And she's 65, so her life expectancy should get to be around 85, 86. Okay, she could go longer, right? She's, from what I understand, she's not that, she's pretty decent health, but no, we don't have IUL leads, unfortunately. So let's just type in MEC. Okay. Modified endowment contract. Okay, she's not doing this for death benefit, or she's doing this for death benefit. Okay, so we're not caring too much about her. She will have access to the chronic and critical illness riders. So we're going to use Everlast because Everlast has a better cost structure for just death benefit. So let's see what that looks like. So I've never done, this is my first time running a mech on somebody. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve for premium, okay? And let's just leave it there. Okay, so the initial face amount. Okay, so she wanted to give $2 million to her stepson. And so this will be a 20-year scenario, right? Not as immediate, but this is something she could do with the 1.4 million she's receiving in commissions. So let's just say, let's just run it to 3 million face amount. 3 million, and we want to do this in a lump sum. I know we could do it monthly. I mean, we could do it monthly, but let me show you both. Like, she just wants to get rid of this money and not have to worry about it. Let's see if we can do there's a way to do this. Well, let's just look at what it would be on a monthly basis or an annual basis. So let's kind of take a look at that. Kind of gives us a baseline. So that's 68,000. For 3 million. It's not bad. So let's take a look at how much she's putting in. Let's cap the amount. Let's see how, if she can do this, pay for 10 years. And so let's say pay the premiums. Pay premium to age 65. Let's say, you know, age 75. Let's say she wants to prepay it for 10 years. Oh, okay. Well, let's just cap it at 10 years. I just saw where we mech the policy. I don't see where we can take the mech off, though. Okay, cool. So we want to minimize the cash value growth. So let's see if we can, so she pays for 10 years, that's about $1 million. Let's see if we can, let's go. See what the minimum would do. This is a minimum premium for 3 million. Oh, wow, look at that. 112,000, I guess, is the minimum. Wow. Okay, cool. So let's just cap it at 10 years. That's 112,326. 10 years. All right, so let's see what that target premium is. So this is a very simple process. I mean, you just kind of play with it. Just have fun, man. So this will provide 3 million when she dies, and she could die tomorrow, right? She could die tomorrow. She could die next year. To me, that's kind of the ultimate ROI, isn't it? Let's take a look. And then she has access to all the critical and chronic illness benefits, right? So you see the illustration here. So she's put about $1 million over the course of 10 years. Not bad, not a bad deal. So 82,140 target premium. So that's 71,000. 71,000. Okay, so that's not bad. I love it, man. 76,000. See, when you get smart on doing this type of advising, this is where the money is, man, in life insurance. And all you have to do is get better at this, learning it. And this ain't hard, man. You just have to learn how to communicate it to people. Why this is better than a deferred tax vehicle like an IRA. Okay. There's no limits to this. Okay. So let's see if we dump some money in. Let's go lump sum. Let's go. Let's dump $1 million in and see what happens. And then payment mode, age 66. There's a way to take off the mech. I thought there's a way to let it mech. Now let's see what happens. Let's do the calculate results to see if it'll run. See, it's not gonna let it go because of the. So we need more face value in order to do that. So it's 500,000. So let's do 500,000. See what happens. Whoops. Actually, she could 1035 this from her other IUL, actually. Oh man, that is interesting. Because then she doesn't pay taxes on it because it's a 1035 exchange from her other IUL, which is tax-free. So she's allocating that money in a different way. Golly, it's not gonna let me run it. Okay, well.
Could somebody that's selling a property doing a 1035 exchange, could they drop it into something like this, or does it have to be property for real estate for real estate?
Well, it's got to be like product and like product. So
Like-
the only way you can 1035 any money into a life insurance policy is it's coming from another
Coming.
life insurance policy.
Okay.
Just like annuity to annuity. You can't do it. Yeah. So, okay.
Like exchange to like exchange. Okay. Thanks.
Exactly. Exactly. So here's another thing that we can do. And I don't know if we can do this here. Let's see if we can do it. Another thing to do is put like $1 million or whatever into annuity that pays that 112,000, or it could be 68,000 for the rest of her life for that amount of death benefit. So, so that's another way to skin the cat, right? So let's go back to so let's do. I've not done one of these illustrations. So this is non-qualified. Let's do $1 million. So this would be, let's do 68,000. For, I think it was for the balance, but let's just see what happens. Oh, it's only 16. So let's take a look. Yeah, it doesn't quite do what we want it to do. Yeah, that's not really. Okay. Well, we're getting up on our time here. It's like 12:02. There's probably a way to do this. Huh. That is weird. Maybe I'm not using the right product for this. I've done another illustration where I show a immediate annuity that pays out a monthly, an annual amount, which covers the premiums on a policy, on a life policy. So anyway, I'm going to have to. So let's show you what, what kind of, if we implemented just some of these strategies. Okay, so this is the one on the 27-year-old. And depending on which one on the 57-year-old, it's another 126,000, 59,000, 71,000. And then Marie's policy, we did not look at that commission on that, did we? On hers, unless we did. Well, if we did, okay, so 112,000, what was that on target? I think it was, I think that was like, yeah, so, okay, I'm getting a little confused here. So this is just on the two sons, this, or this for the 57-year-old. Then for hers, there's going to be some insane amount. I mean, let's say it's another 70,000. So let's just say she did, let's say this was the option 126, 650. And then let's just say another 70 on Marie's. So this 655 plus 126, 650 plus 70. So she could make a total commissions on these strategies of 203,305. Okay, there you go. So 203,000. So implementing these programs on what the client wants, what would that equate to on a final, if you wrote a bunch of final expense policies? So final expense, you probably paid a 90. So, so the average policy is, let's say it's 750 times 675. So let's say she makes about 675 on the average final expense policy. So 203,305 divided by 675. So this three policies equate to 301 final expense policies. So 301 final expense policies. So let's divide that by 12 months. So you had to do 25 final expense policies a month. So what is that? 301 times, let's just say it takes an hour and a half. I'm being facetious, but I'm being serious here, really, times 1.5. That's 451 hours to do this versus, let's just say this took 20 hours. That's three policies. So to just actually do the policy, let's take some hours, that's 3 hours. And then to meet with her, let's say it's 10. So let's say 13 hours. And here's the I don't know about you. What is your time worth? Does that make sense? Anyway, we're done. I hope that made sense to y'all. Does anyone have any questions on any of this stuff? Anybody?
Can you put that whiteboard up once more?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I don't know about you, but I like 13 hours versus 451 hours. I like three policies versus 301 final expense policies. It's pretty insane. So actually, let me do this. I did well, let's calculate the commission on Marie's policy if we did the 10 years at 112 premium. So the target premium is 82,000. 140 times 0.87, 71,000. So yeah, 71,000. So I'm like right on. So that's 203,000. So I knew that number was in my head for some reason. Anyway, okay, gang, that's it. Do I go to individual companies site for annuity training? No, actually, let me show you where that is. So let's go to NAAuniversity.com. And courses, view all courses. And then I think it's two. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's 280 something. Okay, this is for special markets, 225, but there's another one down here. Intro to annuities. So 281 is intro to annuities. 280 is intro to IULs. Okay. Intro to annuities, intro to IULs. And then this annuity for special markets, 225. Okay, so you got it? All right, cool. All right, gang, that's it. I hope this helped. Fun with annuities. But get smart, man, because you guys can start making some serious money. You could be in the top 10 producers and not work as many appointments if you learn how to do retirement advising properly using indexed universal life and indexed annuities. And these need to be in everyone's portfolio, but people don't know about it, right? And all the securities guys are trying to badmouth these products because they want to manage people's money. They make money on people's money because they quote unquote manage it, whether they make money for them or not, they still get that, you know, they make maybe 1 to 1.5% per year, but the true suck on their money is about 3.5 to 4.5%. When you calculate all the undisclosed percentages that are part of all the products that they put them in. So they're all feeling all holy, well, I only make 1%, you know, to manage your money, but truly they're giving up about 3.5 to 4.5% because it's all those undisclosed ones where the advisor doesn't have to disclose the fees that are wrapped up in these products. Whereas our fees with life insurance and IULs are front loaded. So all of them are taken care of in the first 10 years and then everything else is gravy, you know? So anyway, there you go, gang. Hope that helped. God bless. Let me know how I can help you. Let's get on leaderboard next week, okay? Function. Let's get out to the function and you'll get advanced training on all this stuff, man. So rock on. Thanks, everybody.